Yes, this is Herb Man here. I'm gonna teach you how to basically survive difficulty 1075. Did a lot of research on it and how to do it. Some people have different ways, but I'm gonna show you the best way to do it so that way you will never ever fail at it. This is pretty much good for any beginner player because to me the game is not that hard, but you make a lot of mistakes. And if you had a chance to play a lot of the playthroughs, or you get to see a lot of the technologies and breakthroughs, then you have to make sure you know exactly what you're dealing with. You know what you're dealing with. So what I did was that's okay. You go through all the technology, see what they are, what can they do. And I see a lot of people make a lot of mistakes in, like, let's say easy difficulty games, because this game is so easy you should never ever fail at it. You shouldn't even make a mistake, but they do because they go about a whim instead of like doing figuring out the game, see what you could do or whatnot. Because I bought this game basically when it first came out, like a couple years back, and at that time the high difficulty was 585. Those basically I was doing. I did a tutorial to see how to play, which I do recommend. You do the tutorial so that way you learn how to function your game. Then, probably like a couple of days, couple like weeks later, they added a new update, and the highest difficulty went up to 985. That one, I tend to master that one because I learned how to play with the game rules. And I kind of exploit the game, but that was part of the game. It's not, to me, I made the game, I put it to the harder difficulty and did it on the hardest map. And I figured out what's the best technologies to use to get what I want so that way I don't fail at the game. And I tell you, I had, at that time, I did a video for it, which I was able to, research 60 texts by Soul 15. Trust me, that's how good I am with this set. With taking some pointers from other people, which it does help. Because trying to do this game on your own without doing a load of research, you're not gonna really survive. Trust me, you're not. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes. And my motto is, if you don't play the game on the hardest level, then the game will be pretty much. What's the purpose? To me, I like to say, what's the purpose of playing the game? It calls surviving mods. You're supposed to make it as hard as possible. A lot of people who stream it, they stream it for views. I don't care about the views. I'm caring about the strategy. Beating the game so I could say, yes, I did that. Hold on one second. Let me put a fan on because it's kind of getting hot since I live down here in Florida. So what I'm going to do for this difficulty of 1075, these are the prerequisites that you must have. You got to make a Paradox account. See, you go down here. Well, yeah, you go down here to Paradox account. Oh, not that one. That's the option. Well, I can't go down there, but you got to make it up. Let me see. Nope. Well, you got to make a Paradox account, roughly. And that way, you must have Paradox as one of your mission sponsors. Without that, you cannot do the high difficulty in the game, which is 1075. Like I said, and this 1075, yes, is harder than the 985 because this came out with a creative mode update, and they kind of screwed a lot of things up. Now I wasn't able to research 60 texts by Soul 15 because now it forced me to play the game to what's intent to do. So I said, okay, work it out. So here are the prerequisites for the 1075. And I don't recommend kind of like streaming it too tough because this is a very, very, very slow game. So here you go. You start out with a difficulty of 120. Simple. So you go to your mission sponsor. You go down to Paradox Interactive. Like I told you, you have to make a Paradox account. It's free. It doesn't matter. But it unlocks Paradox Interactive. And there you go. If you look at all the difficulty, 120, 160, 70, 80, 210, 230, 250, 20, 220, 290, 300, 320, 390. So you got to go for it. Bam. You go straight to Paradox. Now you go to your commander profile. Now you still look at the difficulty. Okay, I'm at 280, 70, 310, 310, 320, 310, 310, 300, 330, 310, 320, 320. Futurist is the best one, which, trust me, you're going to need. Is highly recommended. Because that one, you have sensor towers and you don't have to hook them up to no power line. They just build it and they're rock and rolling. Now, colony logo doesn't matter. Mystery, don't put it around. Now you see, I have completed all the mysteries. If you want to do the mysteries, I recommend put the stuff on the easy level. And once you complete the mystery, go to the next one. You don't got the trophy, you don't got the trophy for it, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't make no sense to play the whole game through. Just go to the next mystery and put everything on easy. So for this difficulty for 1075, you must have it on the hardest difficulty. Hardest mystery. Started with Marsgate, Last War, Wildfire, Metatron. I like using Marsgate because due to the fact that not only that I gotta deal with a lot of meteorites, I'm gonna be dealing with a lot of missiles. So you make the game harder. So that's just me. Bam. Going with that. Now rivalries, I recommend you take them off. You don't need them. It does not affect the difficulty. But you're the only one in the game and you want to make sure that you can hit all your milestones throughout the rivalry, because you really don't need them. Now this is where a lot of people, new players in general, go into the game rules. I recommend go into it because this what makes the game better for you. Now, like I said, you could do no terraforming, you could take that out, but I'm not doing that. No events. There are events in the game. I like leaving those in because guess what? They give me money or they give me some kind of tech. I like that. So I'm going to leave that. Now, back I was saying before the creative mode update, Chaos Theory used to be a hard game rule. But since the creative mode came out, Chaos Theory is easy. And that was one of the techs I had to use to master 985. But it made no sense to now. Prefab Colony, no problem. For new players, easy maintenance, you really don't need that. Trust me. Go with the easy research. They're giving you like 3,000 points to research, so you could blow through the whole tech tree kind of fast in the beginning. So you do that. Then I see a lot of people. Now look, you're streaming. If you're streaming, so what? You better pick easy supply. Why? Because you want to build. You'd never run out of supply. You just put a universal depot down, boom, and then you place other depot to fill those up. Trust me, that's what I do. Especially if you're trying to do the mysteries. You make the game. You do easy research, endless supply, bam. You rock and roll them things. You know, you want to go through the game as fast as possible. That's what I recommend. Fast rocket. Well, I mean, the rocket's already fast, but playing with Paradox, man, the rocket takes forever. So, but we're not using it. I recommend fast scanning. It's worth it because guess what? Fast scanning, you will scan the planet real fast. And guess what? If you pick easy research, the first tech you should research is deep scanning. Trust me on it. Because once you research deep scanning, and then you got the fast scanning, you'll basically scan the whole planet by Sol 25. And it's a double scan. You get the deep metals You get the normal scan and you get the deep scan. So that's what you want. Come on, people. This is how you do it. All right? I'm not gonna lead you wrong. Free construction, really don't need to. Increased production, really don't need it. Iron colonies, I mean, if people who having problem with earth sick colonies, yeah, you go with iron colonies. That way they never get earth sick. Learn your game rules. Learn the game, people. More applicants, I don't even care less for it. No disasters. Okay, that's if you want, if you want to play with I recommend playing with disasters, because without the disasters, you're not going to learn the game. Because the disaster is what makes or break you in this game. And it will force you to learn what technology you need to know. Overfunding, I'll put it this here. That's an overkill in my book. If I got endless supply, I always got rare metal, so I never run out of money. And overfunded, man, that's an overkill. Easy thing, you'll never run out of money. Tech variety is okay. Now this is where you start setting up for your 1075. Alright? So I'm gonna go down. A lot of people who play the normal game, trust me, I recommend always play with amateurs. Why? Because y'all go through these colonies of yada 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 looking. Man, look, that's just a waste of damn time. They'll go with non-specialists. Put them anywhere, they're gonna still produce the same production if they were specialized. And guess what? You can put them anywhere you want. They have a university, research university. You train your own people to where you want them to go to. Just that simple. And then when you don't need no specialization, turn the university off. When the babies are being born, they don't have no, they're just non-specialists. And they go fill up the other job. Come on, use the game as wisely, common sense. So that's part of it. Now you see my difficulty went up to 430. Armageddon. This is where you're running with max meteorites. That's what I'm rolling with. Dust in the wind. Man, this is forever dust storms. Y'all ain't seen no dust storm until you hit this one map I'm gonna hit you on. These dust storms last about maybe like 5 souls. And let me tell you, play that crap on a normal thing, man. Let me tell you, you trying to play this game, man, you think you gonna survive with five souls with dust storm? You're gonna run out of water, or you might run out of oxygen. So guess what? You gotta think the game through. That's what this game requires, thinking. They want to send people to Mars for real, so they're looking at us to do what we gotta do. Now, hunger. Guess what, people? You can't buy food back from Earth. So when your people get to this planet, they gotta learn how to grow food. You better be like, what's the name from The Martian? You know what I'm saying? You better learn how to eat some potatoes real quick, fast, and hurry. Inflation. Alright, people. Whenever you buy supplies, the price is gonna go up. Yeah. But I'm not gonna worry about that for one reason. I'm a smart player. I ain't worrying about inflation because I'm gonna have everything I need on this hard ass difficulty. Sorry for my French. The long ride. Yes. This ride gonna be long. And I'm gonna tell you, before the creative update, man, it was forever long to try to do that. Just doing Paradox, they already had they rocket travel was already slow as it is, and then you added this even made it worse. But the creative mode, it kind of like did the same thing. It didn't do the same thing. It's just that, okay, with Paradox Interactive, the rocket ride was like, let's say 80%. Then you added this long ride, it made it 100%. Okay, yada yada. Now guess what? The creative mode update, it took Paradox down. It took it down to 60, and you added to the long ride, it put it to 80. So you're not really losing nothing. It's just how it was when the game first started. Not when they added them in there. Rebel Yell. You're gonna have renegades. So guess what? If you're gonna have renegades, you gotta start having security. But don't worry, we gonna deal with those renegades later on. We ain't worried about it. Last arc. All right, here you go, people. Once you bring these people to Mars, you can't get no more people. What comes is it, but you got to know your technologies. So I'm gonna tell you certain things in the game. Now I did my little, I wrote my little cheat sheet, whatever, and You could go to Surviving Mars on Wikipedia, whatever the heck you call it. So, for me to compensate for this last arc, you gotta have advanced rocketry. If you don't have advanced rocketry, if you have not, well, if you have not researched advanced rocketry yet, don't bring no humans, because just trust me, 12 humans is not gonna last on this map. Then you have the rocket module. You could bring 10 more, so you got like what, 12, 24. It's still, it'll help out, but your production, I mean your reproduction will be kind of slow. So guess what? Bring the max you can. Bring like 30 something people. Then you have a better fighting chance. Trust me, you got to have that down pat. Twisters. Alright, people. These are Dust Devils. They is my worst nightmare in this game. But let me tell you, you gotta know how to play the game. And you gotta know tricks. You gotta know some tricks and trades in this here. So back in the day, before the creative update, I used to place, well, if I see a Dust Devil, I place a dome on top of it, and it kills the Dust Devil. That's it, and just leave it there. Just don't build it, just leave it there, and you minimize your Dust Devil. Because trust me, you don't want to spend that much money. You're gonna see where I'm coming from now. But now they patched that when the creative mode up there. But guess what? I found a counter. You place large what that stuff for the rocks, the large waste rock dump or whatever. You put that right on top of that, man, you stop them Dust Devils in the track. Alright? Now the winter is coming. Dude. You know what happened with winter. These winters are long. And let me tell you, your water will freeze. So you got to know your map. You gotta know your technology. So surface heater gonna be one of my major things I'm gonna have in this game. Surface heater. Because that will keep my water supply. I ain't trying to mess. I ain't trying to lose. So there you go, Phil. We're looking at difficulty 890. Alright? Bam. We're going back. So we're good to go. And look at your research. You start off with 100 research points. It's gonna be slow. But we're gonna work on that. Now, this is very mandatory. I'm gonna show you what to roll with. Alright? Oh shit. Let me go back. Okay. Look at it in launch. Okay. Basically, I'm gonna change all this in, because basically put everything down to 0, so that way you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, if you made a mistake and start this game before on the hardest difficulty, I don't recommend a load, but guess what? You're gonna have a problem, and you better know what this stuff have. So, this is a mandatory to go with you when you're going to doing the 1075. You gotta have this, and you gotta have the fuel refinery. Those are the main two things you got to have in this. Don't worry about bringing no drone hub. Don't worry about no Stirling generators. Don't worry about none of this stuff here. It's not necessary. Trust me, it's not necessary right now. Because if you're trying to bring it, you're not gonna be able to sustain life on a 1075. And let me tell you, the biggest mistake I see a lot of people do playing the game, they build too fast and don't have enough resources. So this can be part of my research, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not going nowhere right now. So I'll go back. These are the mandatories I recommend that you bring. You could try doing freestyling, but guess what? You might have a little problem. Bring an RC commander. That is your rover. That's your drone hub. That's all you need. You definitely need RC Explorer, because you want to see some of the, you want to get the breakthroughs, and you also want to get those research points to get your research going. And your RC transport. You need that to get the raw materials on Mars, mainly the metals. So I'm seeing what I got. Okay, you bring one of those, definitely needed. You need one orbital probe, but Machine part is the main focus of this set. Right? So, this is pretty much running it. I mean, I could do 2 orbital probes, or I could take another drone. But I don't. That would have a total of 5 drones. I really don't need 5 drones. So guess what? 4 is enough when I'm going to be doing. But that's it. So I take an orbital probe, so that way I could pretty much see what I want. Now, learn to play different maps. They're customized. Move the stuff around. Look, other areas. Everybody like to play relatively flat. Go. You gotta look close to Olympus Moons, the highest mountain on the in the solar system. Yeah, okay, no problem. Difficulty 1005. Don't worry. Well, I'm gonna put in my own custom. It's gonna be 41 north, 111 west. Bam, there you have it, people. 1075, the highest difficulty in the game. Look what we're rolling with. Negative 72 degrees Celsius. That is cold. Topography, mountainous. Yes. Like I said, I mastered this game kind of good. You don't see the metals. You only got 2 bars. Concrete, 1 bar. Water, 2 bars. So, with the problem I'm gonna have in the game is, so what do you think? I'm not gonna have a lot of water. So what do you think I gotta have research? Water vaporizers. Duh. That's what gonna keep my water going. See what I'm saying? So that's more like late game in the game. So you see, I got cold wave, everything to max. So let's go ahead and start it up. And you're gonna learn from the good herb, man. Trust me. And I'm gonna tell you before you even roll, because I'm gonna tell you what you need to have. Because I wrote it down, because that's the only way I could do it. And working with what I'm working with, because I need to show y'all on the game. I can let the game run. It really don't bother me. Guess what? It's simplified.
Welcome to Mars.
Now they are. Okay. I ain't worried about all that. Y'all pretty much know all this. See, boom, boom, yeah. See, they're telling you to start here. Let me take this crap off. Okay. They're telling you to start here. Now I'm gonna tell y'all folks, before the creative mode update, this was the side they were telling you to start on over here. Rule number 1, this side was the worst side to start because it had no water until you get to deep scanning. So I said, no, don't start there. So, and I will tell you, let me just push pause just to let y'all know. When the difficulty was not at 985, I was starting down here in the deep trenches of this map. And let me tell you, you need 5 tunnels to get through. You need at least 5 tunnels to get down in here. And this was before the Green Planet DLC by Terraforming. Because to get from here to here, you need a tunnel. So what I used to do was, the first tunnel I used to do was to go from down here to up here. So that gave me access to move. Then I had a tunnel down here to go up here. So that's what 2. Up here was 3. And this is 4. See? Because I still have access to the whole map. And this was the 5. Go from here to here. That was 5. 5 tunnels to get through there. And that was before the Green Planet Terraforming DLC part. Now with the terraforming, basically, I could save myself some machine parts. I could just let my rovers terraform the land, and I go down without using nothing. I just use their manpower. That's it. So we're gonna start on, let's say, the research. You see the research tree is very bland, very blank, and I only have 100 research points. So you got, for me to get what I need done, I went through the whole list. For biotech, right? And this is how to survive the hardest difficulty. You don't worry about terraform yet. You don't really. That's I call that like a late game. This is more like late game. But if I'm doing well, basically, I might probably want to research some of the terraform so that way I can start heating up my planet faster. And trust me, I did it on the map, and once you heat up that bad boy, the max cold wave is out of the door. I don't gotta worry about no dust devils. You know what I'm saying? Because I did it on the map already. So for biotech, to make your game go along, you have to well, you're gonna see some research keys. All right, well, that's where you got the rover AI. I will not start doing biotech yet, but when you do get biotech, right? When you're ready to start doing biotech, you want to do soil adaptation. That's the only one you want to do, because a hydroponic farm, it don't produce too much food. So you want the farm already. Next thing, engineering. There's a lot of things required for engineering. You're gonna need decommission, low G hydro. That's I forgot what it was. Advanced engines. That's basically now I can, instead of me using like a lot of fuel, I reduce my fuel. And I reduce my rocket time, I believe. Micro manufacturing, mega storage, sustainable architecture, storage compression, and advanced rocketry. Once I get to advanced rocketry, that's pretty much letting me know that I can bring humans, because I could bring about 30 something humans. Now you go to the robotics. This can be one of your most important techs in the game starting out, because you got your rover, you got your Explorer AI. You got to get to that Explorer AI to go from 100 research points to 200 research points. Yada yada, bada boom, bada bing. You know what I'm saying? You got that. So I start now. Since I got the RC transporter, this will be my first tech that I'm gonna do. Bada boom, bada bing. Because guess what? Instead of me carrying like maybe 30, I can bring 45 materials. That's what I want. But now when you're doing the robotics, this is what you gotta have: the transport, Explorer AI, drone swarm, low G drive. That means your little rovers will go faster. Drone hub. That's why I tell you don't bring it, because it's a low tech tier. So guess what? You can build it yourself, but you're not building those. Then you got the drone assembly, battery op. That means your drones, they last a little bit longer until you reach 3D 3D machinery. That is your machine parts. And you're gonna see the reason why I say you don't have to go no further than that. Then you go to physics. Don't worry about none of it. The only thing you gotta worry about in physics in the beginning is surface heating. That is a mandatory thing. Cause trust me, without that thing, man, your stuff gonna be frozen. And for social, you want to get the Earth Mars initiative. That can give you the extra research point to 300. That's what. But like I said, when I come on the game, my first thing that I'm gonna do is worry about robotics, because I want my rovers. I want the Explorer AI. And then with that, I'll be on the ground looking for certain things. And guess what? They're gonna show me breakthroughs. You know what I'm saying? So, keynote. So, I picked the starting location, which was highly recommended. I mean, I know the map very well. I will not start nowhere down here because there's nothing. There are no breakthroughs on this side. None. Zero. Deep scanning off. Is none there. All your breakthroughs are here, and down here. That's all your breakthroughs. That's even with the deep scan. Good challenge point. You could line up here. You know what I'm saying? Put your rocket. I like putting my rocket here, but you got metals or whatever. But I ain't worrying about that. We're gonna start right here in this section here, and as I recommend. So with the So what I'm gonna do is, in this point, see buildable 7%, concrete, metal, okay, that's buildable. Cause I'm not gonna put my rocket here. So what I'm gonna do is deploy that right there. Bam, see, I got a research keys. That's what we're looking for. So now, this is the reason why I set this stuff here now. I'm gonna bring my rocket down, and I'm gonna place him somewhere in the corner. I want him stuck up in the corner somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I want him stuck in the corner as far as possible. Right there. And, you know, that's the best location for it.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
Okay. So I was doing a little talking. So guess what? Where did it scan? It scanned it somewhere. Whatever. Okay, so we go down. First thing first I want to build is this sensor tower. I need to get this here start moving, so that way I know exactly what's rolling with me. Put that there. And my universal depot. Because remember I tell you I brought some stuff on. So I'm gonna put that like right up here somewhere. Speed that up. I want them to basically start doing my sensor tower. Get that sensor tower up. I think I messed up, folks. I think I messed up. I should have took the one with the it's supposed to be some metals on the ground, but it started out slow. I'm very sorry. I got ahead of myself. So let me redo the map real quick. Restart the map. Because I need the metal to get that sensor tower moving. And I didn't pick the one with the metal. That was my bad. Because I know exactly where it was at. But your starting section for this map going to be, let me see what up, because I wrote it down. Your landing location is D2. That is your landing zone area where you want to do. D2 need to be scanned and somewhere else, but you got to make sure you have that metals.
Welcome to Mars.
Okay, so I know. It's D2. There go the metals right there. So that's the section you want, right there. So oh man. Don't tell me. Boy, this looking embarrassing. It's looking embarrassing. Very embarrassing. I'm gonna put the note down what to basically, you know, what to scan and what not to scan. But you need that sensor tower up. That gonna start opening up a lot of eyes for your rovers to do. If not, it's gonna take a minute before that area is scanned. That's why I said you need the metal. You need that metal.
Welcome to Mars.
Okay, so I think the metal is down here. Okay, there you go. See, 36 metal. That's all I'm looking for. So that's all I'm looking for. So it's right below it. So like I said, you want to come up here, throw this rocket up here in the corner. You need all the space you can get. Man. And I told you the research. we want to start off with robotics. Just start that off. Build. Put that sensor tower up here in the cut. And you send your transport down there. And then you send your RC rover down here. I mean your AI. I mean your Explorer AI. This is where you want to start seeing your trees.
I'm Panam Askelin, and you're listening to Mars Official
Then-
Radio. Soon, this planet will require the same social institutions that are required on Earth. Hospitals, retirement homes, and of course,
Man,
schools.
let them bring them
As
out.
a trained educator, I believe that Mars will need a custom educational system, more efficient and
Then I'm
less
gonna show you
time-consuming.
what you.
How do you think
What
system
is
should
the
be designed?
next tip you
Share
have to
your
do?
thoughts. Write us a letter. Listen to this.
Cause they're gonna be like series of videos. You know, still new on YouTube doing my stuff, but other people got that nice little streaming thing, you know.
Anomaly analyzed.
up.
Milestone achieved.
Alright, see we got 200 research points. So, you know, that's kinda good. So let me bring him back up because I don't need him right now. Please go there. I just want all of my medals. I'm not worrying about scanning yet. But you're gonna see what I'm talking about.
There's more to the barren environment.
So we open it up. So they didn't give me what I was looking for, but they gave me this crap over here. I ain't want this none. I ain't want nothing over here. I want these stuff over here. But as I say, you just have to wait it out. So you see the stuff that I brought. Machine parts can be very important. Very important. And then I'm gonna explain to you why I chose this. Chose that loadout only. Come on, hurry up. He's almost done. Get a metal depot going on. See, that's what I say. You got it there. So basically, I got that. Come here. Let them load it up there. And guess what? Sensor tower's up and running. Bam. That's why I bought the machine part. Rapid expansion required. Okay, let's see what we got here. The mission headquarters on Earth has decided to boost the expansion capabilities of your colony by providing a priority supply pod. Okay, it will carry an RC transport rover on board, ready to use immediately on arrival. Just give the call, Commander. Sure, we can use a transport. No, I don't need it. I prefer financial aid. Give me the money. Yes, that's definitely gonna be it. Because I only started off with like what 2.1 billion. Or tech support optimized, not research. Why not improve the transport technology instead? The tech transport optimized research. I ain't worrying about that. That basically it gave me the 45. I want the money. Go with the money. Trust me. Bam. Now I'm at 2.6 instead of 2.1. Now my sensor tower's up and running. Now I'm gonna show you the reason behind my madness now. I start scanning. Okay, now this was the stuff I, had to figure it out. This is for you guys. Very technical. Remember I told you what I brought in my loadout, right? So the only main thing I'm building is a landing pad. I already got a sensor tower, so I can build like at least 2 of them for it. I'm only building 2 sensor towers, and it tells you what it requires. Electronics. So that can be minimized, very minimized. So you gotta figure out everything you gotta do. So like I said, I haven't did drone hub yet, but guess what? You need electronics, folks. Don't put yourself in debt. You got to think smart. That's what I say. I know the tech. So I'm not worrying about a drone hub because I'm not gonna have electronics. Now I'm gonna be starting off with some solar panels, and there go my better basically my better half of my, power, which can be wind turbine, which is going to require machine parts. So now you see, now remember to tell you what tests you need to do before you bring your humans, because I'm ahead of the curve. See, machine parts. This is like one of the best one, and trust me, once I get this in research, those are gonna be will we be placing my wind turbines. The map don't have no much buildable space, so basically I want to get more power in a small amount of space. Batteries require polymers. There's not that many polymers on the planet, so you know what kind of polymer I'm gonna have. Okay, power cables, you already know. I don't worry. I never use power switches, so that's not in my gameplay. Okay, tell you now, concrete extractor. You're not gonna need metal, and I'm gonna need metal, and my maintenance gonna require machine parts. So now I'm telling you what I gotta start thinking of in the future. Machine parts, because without concrete, you can't build nothing in this game. Metal extractor, I need machine parts to tell you what I need. Red metal, yada yada. Like I tell you, I'll send stuff back. I'll send some red metal back to Earth, but that's not gonna be needed in my game. I'm not gonna require nothing. I got something else better. This is why I like Paradox. There go my polymer factory. I won't be doing that yet. Small electronic. Okay, yada. This is the main important thing. Why is when I bring my humans on here, they're gonna be pumping me something like I got to load up on these machine parts. Without the machine parts, I can't do nothing because I gotta work on my power. Just like my fuel refinery, I need that to get stuff moving. So that's what's going. This is my money generator, but I'm not gonna be worrying about that yet because I'm gonna stay minimized, focused, self-sustainable. Now, good thing, the Moxies, metals, oxygen, metals, machine part for water. Yes. This is a good maintenance. See, look at this here, maintenance, metal, but it's up there. You see what I'm saying? It's way up there in the tech tree. So the only reason why I brought one because I don't have time to rely on my machine part. So I gotta get my rocket started filling up with fuel. It's gonna take a minute for that. Metal. I don't use pipe valve. Metal, but like I told you, we want to use the farms. Having research, not worrying about those yet. Look at the maintenance. Polymers. I don't have no polymers. I don't have enough. So guess what? That's out of the question. We already did all this stuff here. Now, this is the most important thing when it comes to building. Maintenance require. So you see what they're telling you they need. They need 20 polymers, folks. Now, don't start off with none of the basic nodes. All right, you don't need it because that one is 20, but this one is 10. You don't save your polymers, man. You're gonna need those in the future, but trust me. So I'm gonna be starting off with this type of node, the micronode. Concrete. I'm gonna have plenty of concrete. That's the reason why I chose this area. Barrel dome, come on. I need polymers. I can't do it. Tunnel. When you get that, that's like no man. Just like this, it's all concrete. So you got that. So now when it comes to living stuff, right? Living quarters, okay, concrete. I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna use this set. It requires concrete. You see what I'm saying? Living complex. That's what I'm gonna have. Definitely concrete for my little kids when they're being born. I'm not putting no playground. They ain't learning how to play for nothing. They're gonna just learn. They're gonna just grow and do their thing. They're not gonna be educated in the beginning. You feel me? They're not gonna be educated. And I'm definitely working on this. I'm not working on no research. I'm gonna stick with this 300 point stuff in the game. but it's gonna come back. It's gonna work in my favor in the future. Now, entertainment wise, since I'm starting off small with not that many people, let them get a little entertainment. Small space bar, nothing big. They're gonna need a diner. See, look at the maintenance. Concrete maintenance for the infirmary. Yeah, I'm not doing no gym. Definitely ain't doing this. They're gonna have a security station, concrete, because I tell you, I'm gonna have renegades. They don't have to be security. You don't have to be security. You just put people there to do it. And I'm gonna go with a small ghost. I'm gonna just go with a normal one. You know what I'm saying? Well, probably start with a small, but the thing is, that there's no art store going down, none of this stuff. Cause like I said, I don't have the resource to build it. They're gonna just be bored ass people. I'm sorry. Parks is the first thing you want to do to keep your comfort level up. Everything is just concrete here, concrete. These stuff is non-necessary to build. I don't even use it. Okay, we ain't on that. So, and you already saw. Let me see now. Back to research. Okay, so we haven't done it yet. So, you realize I haven't built anything yet. Now I'm gonna just show you a little trick. Alright, people. When you get closer here. This is a trick. I tell you. Take a large dumping site. This is my nuisance. And this game you have to do a lot of saving. Especially before you do anything, because if one of them dust devils touch your rover, your rover command, you pretty much can't do nothing. You pretty much either restart the game, or you gotta spend money to get another rover there. But the travel is so far.
Sector scanned.
Oh, trying to show it. Oh, trying to show you. Okay, we go over here now. I might be able to show it to you. Bam! See what I tell you? It destroys it. See, there's the tricks of the trade. You gotta learn the game, folks. Learn the game. Learn the game. Learn the game. Learn the game. So, I just want him out of here. Learn the game. See, I could leave him down there, but I'm gonna just show you. I'm gonna do like a perimeter of these bad boys here, so that way they don't come in. Once they come, they won't even pass. Those dust devils ain't gonna even pass my area. What I'm trying to do, because I figured the game out.
Anomaly found.
So this is what I wanted to see. So, I want him to go over there. Now, this will show you, when I'm about to build a dome. So, see, you'll be able to reach this area here. Because this thing right here is for the comfort, and they're going to be mining metals. Bada boom, bada bing. You know what I'm saying? But we're not building nothing there yet. So now let me start getting my stuff rock and rolling. First thing first, I want to put up my fuelie. And my water
Anomaly analyzed.
You want to use the least amount of you want to use the least amount of stuff.
Milestone achieved. Anomaly found.
And I figured it out already. With this set, I'm gonna need 6 solar panels.
Resources are low.
Yeah, whatever. One, 2, 3. Let's see what the breakthrough gonna be. Now we're gonna get our concrete going. Concrete is the most important thing in the game. So you wanna make sure. See, it says too far from drone stuff. So I'm gonna bring this bad boy. I wanted to bring him somewhere in a central location. So he's there.
Breakthrough discovered. Sector scanned.
That's a good spot for it. And bam, bada boom, bada bing. Okay, let's see what research they gave me. Okay, there go the first set of the robotics. Bam, that's what I wanted to see open up. And you see a lot of water around here, so I got water here, and I got water there, so looking good. And you see that all this is cold stuff, so basically I gotta have surface heat before the stuff frozen up, but
Anomaly analyzed.
this game shafted me. Okay. Okay, so that's up and running. Okay, and for the concrete extractor, you need at least 3 solar panels. 1,
Sector
2,
scanned.
3. Put it right there. So now my concrete is up and running. So this gonna be, I got the metals. Now the concrete gonna be right here. Then I can just lay out all my stuff that I would need out here. Polymers. Nope. Machine. Electronics.
Electrostatic dust storm approaching.
Yada yada yada. Okay, no problem. I already deal with that. So I got enough metals right now. I can destroy that because I don't need it.
Anomaly found.
That's the way over there. Okay, yada yada yada.
Research complete.
So you got, like I said, look how long this dust storm is. So I got 3 souls not producing no water. I mean, not producing no fuel, no concrete. So this is what this set comes in now. This is what I like.
This is Mars official radio.
Going into the
I'm Miss
terraforming.
Espen. It is time for another letter. This comes from Tony. Hello, Miss Public Service. I've been a long-time fan of the great music you play. Regarding our future educational system, I have an idea. If our kids start their training at age 4, they will likely reach the sufficient academic level to start their lives as productive citizens by age 20.
And I bring these bad boys here.
Tony, your proposition
Put them
is
to work.
appealing, but I doubt that children can absorb abstract information any earlier than they already do today. Instead, I suggest we exclude subjects that don't apply to life on Mars, like domestic science, art, and handicrafts. Okay?
Okay, you got all that. So I'm gonna get some more. So the first thing is, fellas, when you send your rocket back to Earth, you're only going to buy machine
Sector
parts.
scanned. Anomaly found.
Machine parts we're gonna need because you definitely need to keep this. You need to keep your extractor moving and your fuel going. All right.
Anomaly analyzed.
Come to the hour mark.
Resources are low.
I'm gonna pause the game. Save game. And what we're gonna do is call it Paradox Interactive. And this will conclude video episode 1. Episode 2 is continue moving on.